from the independent film. Let's give a late night welcome for the cast and the crew. There he is. How you doing, pal? Tony Ray, you complaining when you're gonna come on. You're walking out here like my grandmother. Get over here. I'm only kidding. I love you, buddy. Get over here. This guy's the best right here. What's up, Geoff? How you doing? Sit down. Yo, Tony, you sit next to me. Because, you know, they're gonna clip the Italians first. So, Tony, what's going on? You're gonna run the show here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run the
That's
show.
it. I'm gonna ask you what I ask Mo. We're gonna have to improvise here.
They had Soprano Con, and they invited me to go there.
You didn't go?
I didn't go, no. They wanted me to take pictures, people strangle me. I don't want germs all over me every 5
You would have had fun with that. It was a good time. I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, me and Gary were there. Everybody was there. I mean, I had press passes there, so I mean, I wasn't in the surprise.
Yeah, it would have been nice if I didn't have to have people strangling me. They wanted to set up a booth and take pictures.
If you remember Tony, when Tony Soprano, well, his name was Tony, but what was the character's name in the?
Fred Peters.
Okay, Fred Peters. Tony Soprano strangled him when he was coming out of the shanty.
Yeah, AKA Fred Peters.
All right, let's talk about the film. What's the film about? Tell everybody the
Well,
plot.
It's about this guy that wants to go out with this Italian girl. He's from the other side of town. He's from Chiantown. He wants to get into Little Italy, and he has a crush on this girl, but she only dates mobsters. So he's trying to pass for an Italian. So he starts talking Italian, looking Italian, acting, eating, and it's funny. It's a funny movie.
So what I gather when I
Great
saw it,
storyline.
but the Chinese kid is the mafia son wants to join the Italian mob, right?
Right.
And then a lot of great actors that ain't here with us tonight because they wanted us to put them in the Hilton Hotel. They wanted a limousine, and these are all friends of ours.
And the other half of them are sitting home, scratching their heads while they weren't in The Irishman.
Yeah, exactly. You know, for all of you know, Vinny Pastore, who's a dear friend of ours, he won best actor, but Vinny's in a movie right now, so he couldn't come. Tony Darrow, Paul Borghese, Artie Pasquale, Goomba Johnny was in it, and like all your guys were there.
Yeah. Lo Meng.
Yeah, Lo Meng. Lo Mein or Lo Meng?
Those guys they brought in from China, right?
Meng.
I'm only kidding. Listen,
Lo Meng, yeah.
They were amazing.
Listen, you
those
can make
guys.
fun of me. I don't care.
Lo Meng's iconic, legendary 70s Shaw Brothers Kung Fu era. He's very well known in that era. You know.
Amazing guy. Talented. I mean, these two guys were fighting on a table. They were having a fight, right? I mean, and they're, what are they, in their 70s?
Yeah.
And they can walk the edge of this table and just throw these roundhouse kicks at each other, and just the coordination, their style was unreal.
So that's
Like
what I was
talent,
impressed
yeah.
with, Tony. With,
Unbelievable.
the fighting
Did you see
scene,
that?
yeah, the fighting scenes weren't cheesy. They were good.
No,
They were real good stuff.
thing.
Well, the fight coordinator was James Liu, who's a famous Hollywood
Yeah.
stunt coordinator, as a director also.
He won an Emmy for stunt coordinating. Yeah. For Luke Cage.
Now, Tony, you played Soda Fountain.
Fountain Soda Eddie.
Okay, fair. Fountain Soda Eddie. There you
Yeah.
go. He walked around with the soda fountain. Talk about your role.
Well, I'm a guy that I run things.
You're one of the mob
I like
bosses.
sodas. I have to have a soda all the time. If I don't have a soda, I get nervous. I get a little edgy. So I always have my drink in my arm and drinking, and I take care of it. I push all the syrups and the condiments and even if you don't need syrup, I give you a whole truckload. You got to take it. You know, so it's like.
See, it's not your normal mob movie. It's
Yeah.
a comedy / spoof with the Italians and the Chinese, which is it was a great film. And they beat
great,
you up with
funny.
a hard piece of Italian bread instead of a bat, you know. Now you two guys play two different roles, right?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Uh,
With the cat got your tongue?
no. Knowledge and wisdom. We play kind of like mystical characters. We're like the subconscious psychological spirit of the lead, who's like a wannabe, and we're basically his subconscious telling him this is what you really want to do, like go get the girl. And that's what's happening.
So you guys
main
did a
function.
great part. Your actor was really on point. I know you were a little like you feel lost a little without the director, but now it's your time to shine. So, you know, take it over. Whatever you want to talk about,
Thank you,
talk
John.
about. Because Mark gave me like 5 questions to ask him. Then he says, go to you guys. So I'm gonna go to you guys based on your role and the auditions. Talk about how you got auditioned for the part. I mean, did you have to keep coming back? Did
No,
you,
I never auditioned for it. He just put me in the movie.
And that was it?
Yeah. We kept trading up spots. People couldn't make it or something, and so they moved one actor up and moved another one in. And no audition. I try not to audition anymore. I mean,
That's good.
yeah,
You've been around a while, so.
yeah, a long time, 30 years.
And
did,
people don't know Tony has a very famous haircutting place called Rossi's in Manhattan,
Right, Tony Rossi,
Midtown,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we just actually closed. I was on 57th
And you
between 5th
moved,
and 6th
right?
for 43 years, and we just merged with Portofino.
Oh, you merged.
With,
Okay.
56th Street, Portofino's the tanning salon
All right.
business, and we do facials, we do skincare and everything there now.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there, yeah, it's great. Yeah, and it's really good for me because now I'm just like.
I always see
relax.
Tony on the ferry when I'm going into the city,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, I used to drive everything no more. Can't drive there.
He goes, come in and get a haircut. I go, yeah, how much? He goes, it's $95 for a man's haircut.
Shing casted me in the movie, and I'm going, well, this is comedy, right? Because I'm reading the script, and I'm going, well, it doesn't really seem that funny. But when we did the audition, he had us dressed up. I had a beard on. I had like a hat. I'm going-
Excellent.
And I'm going, well, why are you casting me? I'm like not really a comedic actor, but I've done comedy before. I've done like a guest star with John Saget and,
Okay.
on Nightcap and a couple of shorts where I'm doing it. So when we did the audition, Tony Darrow was there. And so it was kind of like intimidating. I'm going, wow, why is he there? I didn't even know he was a producer at the time of the movie.
But it wasn't
He wasn't?
till after.
Yeah, he's a
post.
producer. He is Tony Darrow was a producer of the movie. And so it was very intimidating. But when we did it, everybody was cracking up, so it was all good.
I wish they were all here with you guys because, you know, I like Tony Darrow as a funny man. He really is.
There's a scene in the movie where I bring this guy in and we're roughing him up, and I bring him into the gym. We have a boxer in the ring, and his name is the Masher. So we have a problem with this guy. So I want to put him in the ring with him. So I hit him with the gloves. I give him the gloves. I think, I want you to meet the Masher. And the guy turns around and he smiles, and he's got that mouthpiece, and it says Masher on his teeth. It's like, that was a funny scene. It was funny. You had to be there.
Okay, well, I'm one of the producers on the show, and when I first got the script, it was 1.2 budget.
1.2 mil.
Yeah.
Okay.
And originally I had a one role as the Chinese mafia's right-hand man with James Liu. And then I said, well, who's going to play Wisdom and Knowledge? I said, well, I have Geoff Lee in mind, and I have another actor in mind to play it, but he didn't want to do it. So then Mark and I were talking like, okay, well, what about I do it, but I'll put on a wig and beard. And I have the audition for it to have the director like my part in it, so they liked it and we cast. I was in it. So after we shot a month or 23 days, after post, we needed a little more financing to finish post, so we were able to raise more for it. So it turned out to be 1.7 total budget for the film. Yeah.
1.7 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, it came out great. When I went to the premiere, it was awesome. There was the premiere alone is a funny story. Not funny, I feel bad, but that should have been a reality show.
It was fun.
Did we talk about it fast or no?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, at the premiere, we show a rough cut. We still need sound and color fixing.
The fight scenes were really impressive. It was no like the old Chinese movies, you know, like it's just like, you know, it's just fake, you know. This was real stuff. People were getting their butts kicked,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, if you're a
And those
fan of
fighters were-
action films,
they were
you-
great.
You enjoy it, yeah.
And a bunch of the stuntmen had to be shipped in from New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In LA, yeah.
And LA.
And the two leads, they came in from China. Didn't they come in from China? Then one guy, what was his name? Came in
well,
from
Loman's from Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
He
Came in
flew
from Hong Kong.
here.
Yeah.
And Chin Chi Chu, he was in Kung Fu Hustle. He was at San Francisco at that time, and we flew him over to do that scene on the table. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Well, listen, that's almost our time. Is there anything you guys want to talk about that's important from the movie that you want everybody to know about?
Yeah, I just want everybody to know I'm available for movies and TV.
And hair and makeup,
I don't
right?
just cut hair.
No, I know.
No, my wife does hair for film and television.
All right.
She's working on, right now, she's working on a movie called, she just finished Saints of Newark.
Oh, she did that?
Yeah, she did that. And
That's the new Soprano sequel.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned Suya Chang, who is the lead. She was the lead. She's the female lead in this film.
Okay.
And also the female lead in Revenge of the Green Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Any release date on this thing yet?
I'm in Chiantown.
Yeah.
We're still speaking with distributions, and we're looking at first quarter in 2020 for broad stream, mainstream, or streaming outlets.
Network, yeah, good. Well, all the best of luck.
Mm.
You know, wait, listen, don't we have a rolling fast before we leave? Control room? Let's roll it before we send the boys home.
This ain't the Sopranos, kid. I don't care what you do on the other side of the canal. Nobody makes a fool out of Acapella. Get the bat. Not that bat. Get the cold cuts, the wax ones. No, not that one. Not that one either. Get the other. That's the one. Crack 'em.
That's Tony Darrow and the boys. Now you recognize his face, right? So where could they find you on internet, social media, websites?
Geoff Lee on IMDb. That's Geoff with a G, Geoff.
I didn't even know how to say it. I thought it was Goof.
Yeah.
And then when he came, he goes, "My name's Geoff." I was like, "Thank God."
That's how he introduced it.
You can find me on also IMDb, Shing, Car, Shing, like Flushing, Ka, Car.
And you can also find me on IMDb, Tony Ray Rossi. It's R-A-Y.
And he's a man's man, my brother right here. Guys, thank you so much. Come back anytime. Maybe Chinatown. Thank you.
Welcome back.